Everyone loves dumplings, but these chicken gyoza flip the script. Hand-chopped thighs for springy bites, umeboshi for tangy brightness, shiso for minty pepper lift. Keep watching to see how to get the perfectly crispy base and tender steam tops. For a printable version of this recipe, visit my website, just Google chicken gyoza Sudachi to find me. Let's get our mise in place ready. Finely dice 50 grams of onion and 50 grams of green cabbage. If you have Napa cabbage on hand, that's a great swap too. Slice 30 grams of garlic chives and shred 20 perilla leaves. Now for the umeboshi. If you're using whole umeboshi, pick them and mash into a smooth paste. You will need about 2 tablespoons of paste, which is roughly 2 to 4 medium umeboshi. If you've got store-bought ume paste, that's fine too. Finally, grate about 1 teaspoon of fresh ginger, nice and fine so it spreads evenly throughout the filling. Preparing everything ahead like this sets you up for a seamless rhythm. Next, we're preparing our protein. Take 100 grams of boneless chicken thighs and finely chop them until the pieces are very small but still chunkier than ground meat. Hand-chopped chicken remains more moisture pockets than fully ground meat, so when it cooks, the filling feels springy and juicy, not dense and pasty. It's a textural thing that makes all the difference. If you only have ground chicken, it'll still work fine, and if you want to swap in ground turkey, that's another light option with a similar vibe. Alright, let's build up flavor. In the same bowl, combine your finely chopped chicken thigh with 100 grams of ground chicken. Now add 1 tablespoon of sake or dry sherry or white wine if that's what you have, 1 teaspoon of Japanese soy sauce, half a teaspoon of salt, a pinch of ground black pepper, and 1 tablespoon of toasted white sesame seeds. Mix everything with your hands or a spoon until the mixture looks sticky and cohesive. You'll need about 1 to 2 minutes of mixing so the proteins bind and hold their shape. As always, all ingredients and exact measurement for this recipe can be found in the description box below. Time to get organized. Arrange a stack of 25 round gyoza wrappers. You can make these from scratch if you feel like it, but store-bought works perfectly fine too. Set out a small bowl of cold water and a tray dusted with a little flour or lined with parchment paper. This is your wrapping station. Now for the pleating, take 1 wrapper and place about 1 tablespoon of filling right in the center, leaving a finger width border around the edge. Lightly wet the edge of the wrapper with water. Don't overdo it, just enough water to make it tacky. Fold the wrapper into a half moon shape, but don't seal it yet. Pinch 1 corner to anchor it, then start making small pleats on one side. Aim for 4 to 6 pleats total. Press each pleat into the flat opposite side as you go, creating that classic gyoza shape. Finish by pressing firmly along the entire seam to lock it in. A proper seal is everything here. It keeps the filling from leaking and the wrapper from bursting open. Repeat this process until all your wrappers and filling are used up. Now heat a non-stick or well-seasoned skillet of medium heat and add neutral cooking oil. Let it heat until the oil shimmers. You want shimmer, not smoke. If the oil starts smoking, lower the heat and give the pan about 30 seconds off the burner to cool down. Arrange your gyoza in the pan flat side down. Let them cook undisturbed until the bottoms turn golden brown and you hear the satisfying audible sizzle. This takes about 2 to 3 minutes, sometimes up to 5 depending on your heat. This first fry is critical. It creates the signature crisp base that won't soak out during the steaming phase. Listen for the sound. You'll hear the sizzling intensify, and when you peek underneath one gyoza, you should see a deep golden brown color, not pale tan. Once those bottoms are beautifully golden, carefully pour freshly boiled water around the dumplings. Be careful here, the oil might splatter a bit when the water hits, so don't stand too close. Because I'm only cooking 10 for this batch, I only used a bit less than 100ml. Immediately cover the pan with a lid to trap the steam. Cook over medium heat until most of the water has evaporated and the wrappers look glossy and tender on top. For fresh dumplings, this takes about 3 to 4 minutes. Remove the lid and let any remaining moisture evaporate completely. Now drizzle about half a tablespoon of toasted sesame oil. Cook for another 30 to 60 seconds until you hear the bottoms audibly crackle and the pan smells toasty and nutty. Time to plate. You can invert the entire pan onto a platter to keep those crisp bottoms perfectly intact, or lift them out gently with a thin spatula if you prefer. Serve hot with ponzu sauce on the side for dipping. And there you have it, springy, juicy chicken, bright sour ume, cool green shiso, crisp base, tender top. It's the kind of balance that makes you feel oddly virtuous while reaching for a second plate. Want even more delicious recipes? Grab my free cookbook from the link in the description. Okay, let's go over the ingredients one more time. And if you're ready to cook, grab the written instructions by clicking the full recipe box with a picture that's about to pop up on your screen. Want to learn every detail behind this recipe? You can find this full version and step-by-step tips on my website. Just tap the link on the screen. And if you want to make classic gyoza, head to my pork gyoza video on the screen too. Thanks for watching.